I will destroy everything on Earth.
Hey Optimus, whoa, why are you all black?
This is just a Halloween costume. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Halloween costume, huh? Cool, let me show you mine. One sec.
Foolish bug.
Sup guys, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this AOI Mechanical Alliance knockoff of the Transformers Studio Series 38 Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime. Now, with this being a knockoff, you would expect it to be from Bayway, but this actually came from Mechanical Alliance, which is another knockoff company that's known for also making an upscaled Studio Series 69 Devastator. Doesn't come with upscaled versions of the DNA upgrade kit though. Mechanical Alliance has also done repaints, numerous rounds of repaints of this figure, that being the original knockoff of it, and of course this, and a shattered glass paint variant, which I was able to pick up on Amazon. Here's the shattered glass version. I did not get the original, the one with the Optimus Prime. I just got the two Nemesis Primes because I didn't really feel like getting the Optimus Prime knockoff. After all, I do own the original 38 Studio Series Optimus Prime. So yeah. But anyways, in this review, we're going to be taking a look at this guy. But starting off, I just want to take a look at the packaging real quick. As you can see, it shows the SS-38 Optimus. And it does in fact have the Mechanical Alliance Dark Commander kind of thing going on. And there's some other logos. And in the back it's like basically the same thing. And there's some more logos around here, and some foreign language as well, and on the bottom is just a whole bunch of foreign language. Anyways, let's get down to the figure. Now, first of all, painting and sculpting on this figure is really good. The SS-38 mold was pretty good for its time, even though it has been replaced by the 102 Optimus. There are still some things that SS-38 Optimus did that SS-102 Optimus didn't do, like the chest spreading out, which was something that was seen in Rise of the Beasts, which should have been something that SS-102 Optimus should have had. Now, I was hoping for a more purplish version of this guy rather than blue, but turns out there isn't a paint variation of that, other than the shattered glass, of course, but that's shattered glass Optimus. The back doesn't have much painting going on, but that's quite usual, though at least they could have painted that one section around here gray. And another thing about the chest piece is that both chest pieces are made of die cast, which is something all knockoffs must have. Otherwise, it's just pretty much a sin to not have die cast metal parts on a knockoff Transformer. Head sculpt is nice, but chunky rather. That's why the SS-102 Optimus fixes that. And this time there's a blue line marked between the hands, which is something that wasn't included for the original SS-38 Optimus Prime. Unfortunately, there is some kibble on this figure, but it's not too bad. And the knockoff's kibble kind of closes into the arms a little bit better than the original Studio Series 38 Optimus. Although one thing I am not a big fan of the paint scheme is the broader color of some parts of the figure. That being on the legs and the shoulders and of course the smokestacks. It doesn't really fit with the Nemesis Prime vibe for this figure. But that's just a minor complaint. The figure is still pretty cool. One thing that's noticeable is that there isn't that many live action Transformers Optimus Primes that are repainted to Nemesis Prime through Hasbro. There were a few times, but those ended up being Takara exclusives. But thankfully, there are some knockoff companies out there that come around a year later to make a knockoff repaint of the original Studio Series Optimus Prime figures and repaint them onto Nemesis Prime, sometimes an Ultra Magnus white and blue repaint, or sometimes a Shattered Glass purple repaint of Optimus. And for a knockoff, the quality is quite nice. There are a few tight and loose joints in some weird places, but other than that, the figure still holds well. Surprisingly, my copy didn't break. I have transformed this figure about 5 to 6 times, and thankfully nothing broke. However, somewhere around 2021, there was a YouTube short about this one kid who showed the parts that he broke off, that being that piece right there, which I could see why. My copy's joint right there is a little tight. Hopefully it doesn't break off. And I did get this figure off of Amazon. You can also get them off of AliExpress for a pretty good deal, probably somewhere around less than 15 bucks. But on eBay, it's quite rare to find a good deal for some of these knockoffs because there are scalpers out there that sell these figures for like astronomical prices or so. Anyways, let's talk about this figure's accessory. Nemesis Prime does in fact come with his ion blaster that was seen in the Bumblebee movie. Unfortunately not seen in Rise of the Beast because during the Battle of Cybertron, Optimus Prime lost his ion blaster. And then I guess replaced his ion blaster for an ion cannon that pops up in his arm. But that is quite unfortunate that we might never get to see the ion blaster throughout the Cableverse movies. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, the detail on the ion blaster do seem a little bit less than the SS-38 Optimus. Actually, here's a comparison between the knockoff and the original SS-38 Optimus, and the details are pretty much the same. But with the quality on the knockoff version, you could definitely feel a difference in weight, I guess. Anyways, what you're going to do is just simply plug in the gun onto his hand. But the gun still feels a little loose on the hand, which was something that the original SS-38 Optimus was prone to. And my biggest critique with Optimus Prime holding his gun like so is that he can't hold it with both hands as he's trying to shoot a target, which I think is a little unfortunate. But you could still have him shoot with one hand. After all, in the movie, he did shoot with one hand at some points. And when you're done having the gun on his hand, you could just store it in the back, or you could have it like this, or you could have it on this one as well. Anyways, let's just get down to articulation. Ball joint at the head, ups and downs, swivel, bend at the shoulder. Forgot to mention this piece moves out, which could allow the shoulder to bend with zero problems. Full rotation at the arm. Bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, wrist swivel, ooh, that's tight. Waist swivel, but it's very tight for some reason. Legs can spread. Forgot to mention the skirts move outwards as well. Leg can move forward, can't really move backwards. Thigh rotation, bend at the knee. The foot is on a tight hinge joint. And lastly, a very tight pivot joint. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Now, for some reason, this whole piece right here keeps on combusting for no reason in particular, which was a problem that the original Studio Series 38 Optimus had, but for some reason it's worse on this figure. Although, to be honest, it doesn't really create problems for this figure when standing him. Although I do feel the articulation is a little bit limiting when posing the figure, but I'm sure some of you guys out there who have figures are good at posing. Anyways, let's just get down a size comparison. Starting off, here he is next to the original Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime, Studio Series Volkswagen Bumblebee, Shabby Dropkick, Shabby Shatter, Improved Dropkick, Jeep B, Improved Shatter, Blitzwing. Quickly moving on to Rise of the Beasts, Core Class Rise of the Beast RC, Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, Mainline Mirage, Mainline Pablo, Mainline Voyager Optimus, Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Optimus, Mainline Nightbird, Studio Series Battletrap, and lastly, Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Scourge. Alright, now let's get down to transformation, which is actually a little complex, but it's a cool transformation. First off, what I think is best, and what I recommend you do first, is you work on the legs, starting off with closing this in and opening this up. And no need to open this up because this piece combusts itself, but what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in, close that in, leave it out like so, open this out, and then what you're going to do is please do be careful with this because for some reason it is very tight to move. Rotate it once more, and there should be a slot on the foot that tabs in onto that tab like so. What you're going to want to do next is close that in, and then close that in as well. Same process applies with the other side, although you're going to have to open this up. And then lastly, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and close everything in. And then lastly, just leave these down for now. And then what's next is you're going to spread out the front chest pieces. For some reason, they're very tight because they are, of course, die-cast metal. Untap the head from the top part over there, and then move it down like so. Open the backpack, close in that panel. Open up the wheels, and then move this whole section upwards. Rotate the whole section. Make sure nothing breaks. Close in this section as well. Adjust the wheel sections as well. Move these pieces outwards. And then to transform the arms, you're gonna move that. Bend the shoulder. Move this whole assembly like so. Close everything in. And that assembly should tab in right there. Fold this out. Make sure it conjoins in like so. And then over here, what you're going to want to do is close in the chest piece. Fold these panels outwards. Make sure nothing breaks. And then this slot right here will peg into that tab right there. And then the slot right there will peg into that tab like so. Make sure you tab that in. And then what you're going to want to do next is unfold this panel and then close it in like so. Same process applies with the other side. And lastly, we're going to close everything in. Regarding the front grills, what you're going to do is you're going to want to squeeze that and then close the whole thing in. And then lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to conjoin this section right here along the back of the truck. And if the smokestacks aren't facing up, what you're going to do is you're going to dually adjust them and then make sure this taps in. Same thing with that. Same process applies with the other side, and then make sure you tab this in. Now, for some reason, this has a hard time trying to tab in, at least in my copy. Not too sure why. And here we have the truck mode. Now, SS-38 Optimus may have not looked all that accurate in the robot mode, but he sure does look accurate in the truck mode. They even got the rectangular truck bed on the back accurate, which was something that was unfortunately neglected with the SS-102 Optimus. And the kibble on the back is handled a little bit better than on the SS-102 Optimus. And the front of the truck looks really good as well. On the top, however, there's a whole bunch of cracks. But hey, at least the designers did their best to make everything form up to make the top of the truck. Anyways, here's a truck mode comparison between the original Studio Series 38 Optimus and the Nemesis Prime repaint of the Mechanical Alliance Commander figure. And as you can see, the molds are basically the same. It's of course the paint scheme that makes the difference. It is quite impressive how some knockoff companies out there can replicate the figure. And not just that, but add extra accessories and maybe a better paint job. And of course, I think it's cool how some of the knockoffs have die-cast metal parts in some places. And here's a comparison of the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus. Because why not? As you can see, SS-102 is a little bit smaller than the 38 Optimus. And of course, here's the truck bed inaccuracy and accuracy, as I was saying. And the kibble problem right here. Yeah, the 38 Optimus mold definitely takes the cake as the best alternate mode for the Rebootverse Optimus Prime Studio Series figures. And for weapon accessories, I guess you could just plug in the gun right there. However, it is a little loose, but there is a part over here that's a little bit bigger than the other millimeter. You just push it in some more and it stays there. As well as the side tabs, not so much. And as you can see, it appears as if the millimeter has been stretched out a little bit more for the knockoff rather than for SS-38. Why is that? Well, I remember doing a review for this guy and the trailer hitch did not fit on here. So before I turned on the camera and did this review, I found out that the trailer hitch for SS-44 Optimus fits in perfectly through the trailer hole on this figure. It just plugs in right there. Unfortunately, when rotating the truck, it can't really turn that much because there is this piece right here that kind of bumps into the corner, which prevents the truck from turning furthermore. So that is kind of a inconvenience. Other than that, at least the trailer hitch fits onto the little trailer tab, allowing Nemesis Prime here to haul the trailer, at least in a straight line. The only problem is that this guy won't be able to do any sharp turns. Oh well. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I think that's all I had to say for this guy. Now, before I conclude the review, I do want to go through some leaked Nemesis Prime figures. Number one being a Takara Nemesis Prime repaint of the SS-38 Optimus. It looks exactly like this guy, but with some slightly different things, of course. And by the fact that that figure is going to be a Takara exclusive, there's no chance that I'll be able to find this in the US. Unless Big Bad Toy Store gets a hold of them. And then about 4 weeks ago, there was leaked images of Beiwei's Nemesis Prime repaint of the 102 Optimus Prime. And according to the images, the figure comes with a lot of accessories. But the thing about that figure is that it's not fully painted, so it's still a prototype, pretty much. Still, can't wait to get it. Anyways, if you like what you saw in this video, be sure to slam that like button. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss another video. And most importantly, be sure to hit that big red button so that way this YouTube channel passes 5,000 subscribers before 2024. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. See ya!